Good afternoon, everybody. I want to thank you for being here. We are in the midst of the government and nonprofit virtual job fair. This is the last day of that. Tomorrow is the big day. Tomorrow is the in-person job fair where there will be 11 Maui County departments available to talk about the jobs that they have set up. And some of those jobs are great. So at the end, I'll show you which departments and stuff like that on my schematic. And then there'll be, I think altogether there are 30 booths. So that must be 28 nonprofits who are going to be there who have great jobs. So the whole idea of doing this job fair was to help you get connected with either a business that you wanted to follow, job that you wanted to learn more about, and do something greater than yourselves. All of these nonprofits have a mission statement, and sometimes it's really fun to work with a company that is greater than you, rather than, just going to work and work and work. There's something more. So I'm excited that the topic was government jobs, Maui County government jobs, and that nonprofit joined us as well. So anyway, I'm going to start the show here. I want to thank you for joining me today. It is May 11th. I am Nico Fisher, and I'm the project manager for the Maui County Virtual Job Fair. We're going to be discussing job searching websites with a focus on our site, sharing with you how to use this tool and land a great job. We'll be sharing how an employer sees a candidate so you can make that great first impression with your profile. Remember, when you are online, we make split decisions. So having up-to-date info and your profile filled out is going to make a big difference, and it's going to make you shine. So that's what I want to go through a bit today with you so you can see what happens. But first of all, I want to say why we created this site. So COVID hit, and I think it was in January or February of 2020. We had been working on the Maui American Jobs Center website and realized that with layoffs and shutdowns and everything else, we needed to have another avenue for employers and job seekers to connect. So basically, that's why Maui County built this website. And I'm part of building that along with my partner, Anthony. And so anything that's on here, we know how it's working, and if there are any issues with it, we jump on it. So if you, for any reason, have a hard time putting up a photo or changing something, give us an email, and we'll go ahead and make sure to help you. And I have all that information at the end of the class. So today we're going to cover tools that you have available to you here on Maui. Online job search websites. We're going to cover two. One is the Maui County Virtual Job Fair, and the next one is HireNet. So we are connected with HireNet right on our site. The difference of the two is Maui County Job Fair is Maui County alone, all three islands. And then in HireNet is all of Hawaii. So that's why we wanted to make this, was because we wanted to connect the people who live here on the islands. Setting up a profile, creating a resume, uploading photos or a portfolio, or navigating and organizing job opportunities. The reason why I put that in there is when I had to look for a position in 2019, I put my information everywhere, and I was kind of confused. When I would get an email, I was like, what did I send them? What was my cover letter? What resume did I send? I mean, I was really like out of sorts. So when you're looking for work online, you need to keep yourself organized and write down, well, for me on pad and paper, but you might use your phone, and just write down the dates that you sent in your resume, what cover letter you used, what resume you used. Some of us have more than one resume, and just give an idea of what your thought process was, because they might connect with you 2 weeks from now. And that's what they did with me. I was like, I was not prepared at all. So I want you guys to be prepared. Time for a reboot. We all have had to connect with each other on Zoom or Skype or GoToMeeting or WebEx. We've done a lot of those meetings also. And we have to really be comfortable. And I think we are now pretty comfortable about talking into a computer camera and discussing things, getting as connected as we can with the screen. It's a lot different than being in person. I know that. But it is still something, a tool that we've been using that we have to get comfortable with. The main reason I want you to think about this, hiring via the internet is you have to be patient. One of the ladies that was speaking on Monday, she was saying that sometimes if you don't hear from somebody, it's a good idea after 2 weeks, a week. She said a week. I'm going to say a week or 2 weeks. She's the HR person, so we should listen to her. Let's say a week. You can either email them and say, hey, I was just curious to see if you got my resume. You kind of follow up with them. So that's a really good idea, because when we're doing this online, some things might get missed. So I think you have to be persistent and you have to be interested in wanting to grab that job. And so I think with your connecting with them via email, it would be a good idea. And 1 week, let's just say that. And the class before earlier today, I just gave these out, and I'm going to do the same thing with you folks, is the resources that you have to help you find work, find resources. If you have been out of work for some time and you haven't been in the workforce, you can be join into this dislocated worker program at the Maui American Job Center, and they'll help you find a job, and they'll help you create your resume, and they'll connect you with people, and it's really awesome. Make your next move. So it would be really fun, you guys, if you did this. All of these are links. If you want this slide deck, I'll go ahead and put your name in the chat box, and I'll get it to you. But Make My Next Move is one that everybody has to do, just so you can see what's available to you and what people get paid. So maybe at the end, we'll jump on that and I can show you firsthand. Upskill training, the class that we had yesterday was all about skills. If you need to upskill your resume with more things that's going to make you a more valuable employee, we have a couple links for you. They're both UHMC, and this one is Elwood. Elwood is, what is Elwood? Extended Learning Workforce Development. So that's at UH as well. And these are they're more like certificate classes, not degree classes, but they are sectioned by, you can learn something in a week, you could learn something in a month, or you can learn something in 3 to 6 months. So they have a bunch of stuff for you. So if you feel like your resume needs a little update, you can do one of those, and they're very inexpensive. Self-assessment is a test. And if you don't know what your skills are, and if you don't know what area to be focusing on, doing that self-assessment, it's about 22, 28 questions, and you just answer them like check, 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 check. And all of a sudden you'll get a PDF that comes out that shows you the 5 areas that you should go into based on your answers to those questions. So I love that. I did that one, and it showed me that I'm in the right place with marketing. So that was really good. Small Business Development Center, Wayne Wong is a guide counselor. So you don't have to be an employer. You don't have to own a job. You just need somebody to direct you. He's amazing. And then SCORE also. SCORE is, don't know if you've ever heard of it, but they were a group of retired business people who still had something to offer the community. So they would become mentors to business owners or anybody who needed assistance. We have that here in Hawaii, a SCORE mentor available here to you. It's either myself or Karen Arakawa. And Richard Kehoe, he's a accountant. So all walks of life can come through and grab some assistance from SCORE. And then my favorite, My Business Brainstormers, if you want to be in a networking group of people who actually just, I love these meetings because everybody wants to help each other, and then you get to walk away with some terrific resources. So those are my picks for resources that are available to you on so many different levels. So you can share these with your friends as well. So just let me know if you want that slide deck. So we're going into job searching websites. So the stuff that I'm talking to you about today can relate the same way to Indeed, ZipRecruiter, Monster. So basically the things that I'm saying about your profile, about your resume, about a bunch of different aspects, they do all apply here. So you can feel free to click on any of these and check them out. And what I would do is I would check out somebody on Indeed who has the job that I want and see what kind of things they are asking for pay, how they describe themselves. I always do research. And so that's why I put these on here, is for you to do some research on companies and people who are looking for the work. I think that's invaluable. So hopefully you'll get there. So we are going to talk about your profile. And what I did is I made screenshots of building a profile so you can see what the platform looks like. I'll arrow the things that I think are most important for you, and then I'll give you some tips along the way. So here we go. So simple. First thing, update a photo. Even if you don't have a photo of yourself, create a photo or find a photo with the topic that you're looking for. For me, marketing, I might do a picture of me at a computer, or just a computer that says social media, something that's going to let them know that that's what I do, because this little picture is going to show up everywhere, just like on Facebook. You know, the picture that you have, it always shows up on all of the places. So you're going to want to have this filled. If it's not filled, it's like one of those shadowed gray people. And who wants to hire a shadowed gray person? No one, nobody. So I suggest strongly that you put up your photo. And it's very important. It doesn't have to be your face. It can be anything. And I have some help for you there too. You have an opportunity to have a cover photo. So all you have to do is click this button and it's a cover photo, and it could be of Makawa, it could be of the beach, it could be of the sunset, it could be whatever you want it to be. So this is a really good thing to do too. You don't have to have the upload cover, but it would be a good idea. Things you do need is your phone, your full name, first name, last name, email. Email is how people connect with you mostly. Email is where you're going to get pinged if a new job comes on the website and that's the job you're looking for. You're going to get an email. So make sure you have it, the email that you want to get these pings through to. You can put in your birth date. You don't have to. We do not have that as a mandatory. You do not have to put your phone number, but if I was looking for a job, I would put my phone number. Totally up to you. We do want your sector. We do want your job title. These are really important because if there are new jobs that come up, and this one says construction and chartered accountant. I'm not sure what that is, but if I was looking for a job that is in construction, I'm an accountant, and one came up on the website, I'm going to get an email. So these are really important to fill out. And then a salary. You know, people shy away from salary. I think you need to say what you think you're worth. And you don't have to put anything. And if you want to be safe, don't put anything. But if you want to show that you're confident about what it is you do, put it in there. So you can decide. You could do hourly, monthly, or yearly. So you have all of those choices. The next thing to do is a description. So this description shows up next to your profile photo. Now, if an employer is looking for me, I want to make sure that my photo is up there, that it's a good photo, that I'm happy, I'm ready to work, and I'm going to say a few things. So I think I built one for myself. Let me show you. So this is where the description goes. I think I did. It's the next one. And you want to put your academic level. I think that's really important. If you see this asterisk, that means that it is mandatory. So if you're college educated, some college, bachelor's degree, a degree, If you're a high school diploma, that's all of it is fine. You just need to put it in there so we know where the level is. And then industry is really important also. This is finance. So this person was an accountant, and then finance is her industry. So this was mine. I did a brief description for myself just so you can see what this looks like. Okay, I said, hello, my name is Nico Fisher, and I'm a marketing consultant here on Maui. I'm eager to find employment with a company that wants to grow tenfold. I have the experience, energy, and skills to help you communicate with your current clients and your future clientele. Please consider my resume. Anything that you put in here, just make it brief, 4 or 5 sentences. That's it. Gives you a snapshot of who you are, what you're looking for, what you can do for the company. And then make sure to say, please, or thank you for your consideration. I said, please consider my resume. I should have said, thank you for your consideration. So this is, this is the first thing they see is your photo and this description. So you want to make sure that it's good. You want to make sure that it is you. So I did a fill in the blank for you. Hello, my name is, add your name. And I am or was a, whatever the position is on Maui. I'm eager to find employment with a company that wants to grow. I have experience, energy. You could use the same words or you can just fix it yourself. But I wanted to give you something to start with because sometimes I need a little kickstart and I thought you might too. So next we're going to go. So that's your profile. So your profile is important because it is the picture and that description that show up above your resume. And for me, that is what tempts you. That's what's going to tempt an employer to click on your resume. And that's all that is trying to get an employer to go, oh, that person sounds really good. I wonder what she's about. That's what you want. That's what's important. So in your resume, you have a couple options here. If you already have a resume built, you can upload it. You don't have to go through any of this, but I'm going to show you when we go live. I'm going to show you what this stuff looks like online and why it might be important to upload a video, upload a resume or a CV is what they call it, and do one here. So here we go. Let's see, we're going to start with a cover letter. So up here, oh, this is my picture. It's not showing anything right now because I'm building my structure. So I'll show you what that looks like in a little bit. So cover letter typically accompanies each resume you send out. Employers use cover letters as a way to screen applicants for available jobs and determine what candidates would like to interview. If an employer requires a cover letter, it should be listed in the job description. So it's not necessary to have one only if it's requested. And I'm going to show you another thing in a second because I thought that was funny. I thought it was funny when I was reading it or researching it. You want to add your skills. You can add up to 5 skills. You want to add your education, your experience. Experience could be also volunteering, anything that you've done for the community. As an employer, I would love to see somebody doing some work for the community. It just means that you're heart-centered and you're eager to, help out your community. And that's basically, what we're doing here. So back to cover letter. So this was funny when I was researching a cover letter. I just read you this. A cover letter typically accompanies a resume to send out. Well, read this one. So I was looking on the internet of what employers thought of cover letters, and a recruiter from Apple says, cover letters are a waste of time and they're on their way out. Apple recruiter says, it's safe to say that many job seekers dread writing cover letters. And as it turns out, most hiring managers think they are a waste of everyone's time. So my instruction if you want to do a cover letter, go for it. If you don't want to do a cover letter, that's fine. If the job requests that you do a cover letter, do one. So I just had to share this with you because it's funny when you do research, you never know what's going to pop up. And I wasn't expecting that at all, but I wanted to give you a heads up that, sometimes they're needed and sometimes they're not. It is just kind of one of those old things that we've brought forward. So when you're thinking about doing your cover letter, excuse me, when you're doing your resume, you have to add soft skills. And soft skills are something that it's ingrained in you. It is something you have taught yourself through, jobs, motherhood. If you're a coach, if you're a volunteer, you learn that you need to be able to do a few things to be a team player. So soft skills are basically that, things that you've learned along the way. So the example that I'm going to use for soft skills is for a mom who's been out of the workforce and doesn't really know how to create a resume based on her skills. Well, a mom who's been out of the workforce for some time, if they have kids, they are problem solving, they're critical thinkers, they're flexible, they have great communication skills, they are a team player, they organize, they're creative, they're emotionally intelligence is at a level that they can, you really have to think as a kid, think that you're speaking to kids sometimes. So what you have and how you speak to your kids could be very helpful in an office situation. Attention to detail and responsibility. So these are all soft skills that could be intertwined into your resume. Another thing that I want to say, I'd mentioned that a resume, I had several because I do a bunch of different things. So I don't always say project manager. I don't always say social media specialist. I don't always say website developer. Depending on what the job is. When I was looking for work, I was looking for a virtual job in 2019, and I had a lot of different resumes for the particular job. My tip to you is, if there is a job description and you're creating a resume, use some of the words that they have in the job description in your resume, because they're going to perk up when they start reading, oh my gosh, this is exactly what we're looking for. So it's a really good tip on how to make yourself, stand out. And so go for that. Next is the hard skills. So these are things that you've learned in class. You took a certificate class, you went to UH, you got a degree, anything like that is a hard skill. And so I'm going to use the example of a website builder. So hard skills tend to be more technical, and each industry or type of job will usually have its own required set. Finding out what range of hard skills you'll be expected to have in your field might require some research. Here's some hard skills that tend to be idealized by many industries, and most of us now are on computers. So if you work on your computer every day, you are a computer person. I've learned a lot of this along the way, but if I'm looking for somebody who is going to be a web developer, I'm going to be looking for these skills because this is all needed as a web developer. So these are the hard skills that you've learned through class, through degrees, through certificates, things like that. You've trained on them. And so you can add these to your resume as well. Now, I was telling you about that photo. So one thing that's lacking big time on this website is photos. And, when you are putting together a resume, maybe you just want to sign up. Maybe you just want to add your resume. Maybe you just want to add your title. I'm suggesting that you add your photo. If not a photo of you, a photo of something that shows what you do for a living. So there are 3 different programs you can go to size your photos. And they're all free. You can go to Canva, you can go to PicMonkey, and you could go to Lunapic. So all of these, you click on them, they're all links. You click on them, and then it'll say, what size photo do you want? And you want to say 200 pixels by 200 pixels. Add your photo and it'll pop it in for you. You download it and then upload it to this website. So it's really super easy to do. I know you can do it. Positive. most of us have to do this now, right? I mean, we're always adding photos to Facebook and Instagram, and you want them to fit right. So you can use those 3 platforms to do any of your photos. And again, they're all free links. So, and the next thing is when I was trying to get a job or find a job, I got really confused. I got really confused as to who I was writing, sending the job for, when they connected with me, what I said. And I think I said this earlier, to make sure that you write down everything that you are doing. So you just have a log of who you have been inquiring about. When you are uploading your resume, I remember when I was doing it, I used a Word document. And when I used a Word document, I think I used it on Indeed. It uploaded the resume, but it put everything in a different position. It's like they scrambled it up and threw it on the screen. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I had to go in and restructure it. I want to suggest that you add PDFs, not Word documents. If you add a Word document here, we don't restructure it or anything. So it's safe to do here. But if you're on other sites, I want to make sure that you have your resume in a PDF. And I would suggest that you do that for everything. And if you don't have the ability to create a PDF, I have some links here. This is a PDF for a photo, and this is a PDF for a Word document. So you can use these free links to create your PDF. Most of us have that capability online. So if you don't, you can use this stuff and it'll help you out. So I'm going to go live now because we have some time, and let's see how crafty I can be by doing this. So let's see here. Share again. There we go. All right. Okay, I think you can all see my screen. Quick question. When you get a moment, what if you are applying for multiple different jobs, similar job titles? I think you're asking this regarding resumes. It is okay that you're doing that. You just need to remember what it is you're doing. And for me, I think I had, as I said, social media, web developer, communications, marketing. I think I had 4 or 5 of them. And basically all of those skills you can fit into under all of those umbrellas. So you just need to make sure that you have, you keep control over it. You can add, on this site, you can add 3 different resumes or and portfolios also. But what I did is I kept a file on my desktop that was just for resumes. And I would title those the title of the job. And that helped me be able to pull them really quickly and access them really quickly if I needed to, if they called me and I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I say on my resume? So I would do that and just open it up real quick and take a look at it. And yes, if you guys get these, the one question here is, could I get those links too? Absolutely. Just put your name in the chat box. And I was referring to our personal Maui County profile. So I don't get the question. When you get a moment, what if you are applying for multiple different jobs? You can talk if you want and tell me what your question is, Katie, because I want to make sure I answer it properly. So.
Oh, thanks. Hi, Nico. Hi, everyone. I'm just curious. So I think if I'm understanding correctly, we have one personal profile that, you know, employers would be seeing.
Yes.
But I very well may be applying for different jobs themselves in the same field, you know, in the same area. They might even be different, like not finance. They might be different categories. I just don't want to limit myself or misrepresent.
So you have your profile and then you have the resume. So I would suggest that if you don't want to limit yourself, then in your profile description, you have an opportunity to explain that a little bit, so that if someone, if you're not in the finance sector, if you're not in the construction center sector, that you just explain that a little bit. And you can, I think what I would suggest, because you can't have more than one sector. I'm going to write a note and see if we can make that happen, because we've never had that question before. Because it's specific to the sector, so how you get pinged. And so I think the only detriment, the way that we have it now, we don't have, you can't do more than one sector. But I would suggest that maybe you try 2 weeks with one sector and, 2 weeks with another, and see how the response is. But I am going to write that note, more than one sector, because that's a really good question. And I understand that you don't want to limit yourself. It totally makes sense. So I'm glad that you explained that, and I will check on that. And that was, who was that?
Thank you so much.
What was your name?
My name's Katie, and my last
Okay.
name is King.
Awesome. And I have your information, so I will let you know what comes of that.
Is it possible for us to leave them blank?
Well, the sector is one of the ones that's required, because that's how you get pinged. That's how if a job comes up, that's how you're going to get a response quickly from an employer.
Okay, makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. But I will work on that, because I think it's a great idea. That just totally makes sense. So let me see, what should I do first? I think I will just go over here. I'm going to scoot down here and show you that we have several ways for you to find jobs, get more information. You'll learn how this works. There are videos, there are all sorts of things on here that you can take a look at. We have blogs, a couple blogs every month. Here's your UHMC training. So if you wanted to get any of those skills to, bump up your resume, you can do that there. Your employers, always contact us. And then the Maui American Job Center is one of those places where if you are, if you're not computer savvy, you don't know how to create a resume, you can go here and these guys will help you every step of the way. And so you can get to them right here and their information is on the footer as well. But I'm going to go over here because I want to go to the dashboard. So this is where you make all of these changes and things happen. So I think I'm logged in as Wanda Montgomery. So I'm going to go to my dashboard and I just want to show you some of these moving parts. Okay, so look at here, a new job, brand ambassador. So we have her, whatever position that we gave her, financial supervisor, somebody wants her. So you'll get that notification in your email, and then you'll also get it here. And so it's going to show us home remedies, interior design, brand ambassador. They might be looking at my stuff because that really doesn't make sense with financial. But anyway, this is one of the ways when you log into your dashboard, you're going to be able to see if there are any jobs that are made for you. So I'm just going to get rid of that one. We have some settings here. So this is something I didn't cover on the actual screenshots. So I want to make sure that I'm notified on a new job post. I can turn that off as well, but I'm going to leave it on. Notify me when a short list for an interview. So a short list it's both on employer and on a job seeker. You can put a short list on an employer so that if they have any new jobs, you can get pinged. That's really excellent. And then we have it for job seekers that an employer can get notified if you ask to be hired for a job. So both of these are really important for both job seeker and for employer. Notify me when a reject for interview comes up, and that happens, and that feels bad for a second or two, but then you get through it. Notify me for application of invitation to apply. And so employers are looking for you. And so this is all really important stuff. This is where you see you've applied for however many jobs, and you can click to those. You have favorites. I'll show you how to do that. Job alerts and packages we don't have. So this website was made to make money. And because we're Maui County and because we've done this for the sake of all you guys, there is no money exchange. So we don't have any packages for anybody to purchase. My profile is really, really, really important. And I think this is the most important part of this whole game, is making sure that you have a photo. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to do a photo. Watch. So I'm going to upload a photo. And let me see. I think I'm going to put my daughter in here. It's my girl. Oops. Hide this. Hide my meeting. There we go. Put her in. So that's my daughter. But that's as easy as it is to put a photo in. If you don't like it, get rid of it here. Put in another photo. No problem at all. So anyway, that's how that works. And it's pretty easy to do. Fill out your information, fill out your sector. So if you go over here, see all the choices you have. If you don't find your choice over here, email us and let us know and we will add it. That's how, I mean, we work so closely with you guys if you need it. Job title, monthly salary, as I said, monthly, weekly, hourly. Go ahead and put that in if you feel so comfortable or confident. Academic level, we have all of these pieces. If we have something that you have that is not in here, let us know and we'll add it to the list. This is interesting. This is a RISAC code. So I'm going to show you where to take this test. So it is, oh, the E is dropped there. We got to fix that. So a RISAC test is something where you answer a bunch of questions and then it tells you 5 different job avenues that you can go down based on your likes and dislikes. So I'll show you how to do that, but we have this built into Jobs. So if you want to do this and want to take that test, this will tell you every job has a RISAC code. And apparently this person she's realistic, or she's enterprising, and she's conventional. So the jobs that she is going to be looking for are going to be under those labels. You can add your social links if you want to. I don't know about that. I was telling employers earlier that it would be a good idea for them to do it because it's safe. Some people might do a little partying, or they might have some really funny friends that might be a little inappropriate. So I'd be careful on Facebook. LinkedIn, you're probably pretty safe because it's a business. And if you're not using LinkedIn, it'd be a good idea to do that because LinkedIn is killer. It's one of my favorite social medias. And then your location. So people sometimes hire because you live in Makawao and the job is in Pukalani versus somebody from Kihei. So this is important to put in, and we have all the islands on here, your zip code, full address. You don't need to do the longitude and latitude. The computer does that for you. And then look at terms and conditions, just so you know what is asked of you, and then save your settings. And that's it. That's it for putting together your profile. I'm going to show you how to upload a resume. So we made a resume here, right? Remember I showed you all those pieces. I want to show you a couple more things here because this is important. So here's the cover letter, and it tells you how big in size. Add your skills. You can do up to 5. Education, experience. So it looks like she's pretty experienced here. PHP developer. Oh, it didn't look like she worked for very long. I guess when we built this, we didn't. She worked for a day. Anyway, you can add your portfolio here and expertise. This one's really cool. So listening, these are her skills. She's a good listener. She's a graphic designer. She's a has financial overview and creativity. Now I can move these up and down, right? I can change these around. I can change something different. So it'll ask you, what is the label? And then what percent in your expertise is how creative are you? And this person said 90%. I'm going to say 80%. I think we're all pretty creative, but we have to be inspired. So I don't want to oversell myself. So that's how easy it is to add these. Now, these do play a part when you actually look at the resume. Honors and awards, things of that sort. make sure you update your resume, and that is done there. So let me show you how to upload. CV Manager, it is a resume. I don't know what CV, there's a word for it, and I've looked it up, but I don't remember what CV is. So right now we have one resume up for her, and it looks like it's a Word document. I'm going to upload a resume. Let me see if I have one. I don't know if I still have it on my desktop or not. Let's see. I probably don't. I'm just going to upload anything just so you can see that. Let me go into here and I'll look up a Word document. That's how easy it is, right? Easy as pie. And if you have a problem with that, we'll let you know. You can let us know and then we'll help you. All right. So the next thing we're going to look at is, I think that, oh, the RISAC test. So remember taking that test. So go here. And I did this and I was really, really happy that I was in the right place. So here's the RISAC test. It was made to help people know what their interests are and organize them so you can know what kind of job you're interested in. So the RISAC test is easy to do. It only takes a few minutes and you can just click here. And so these are the questions. I like to work on cars. Nope. I like to do puzzles. I love puzzles. I'm good at working independently. So you just go through and just check off all of these. I think there are 42 questions altogether. So based on your answers, a PDF report will come out and show you what kind of job you should be doing. Submit it after you're done. It'll be emailed right to you, and it coincides with jobs that are on the job fair. So I love this thing. This one made me so happy. So let me show you that other one. Make my next move. Where do I have that? I'm going to take you to, we have 15 minutes. I'm going to take you to the front page of our website. And then I'm going to show you make your next move. So where do I have it? I think I have it in here. So while I'm here, I can tell you about the virtual job fair that is going on right now. We have government and nonprofit virtual booths available. I'm going to click that button so you can get and see what these what departments are in the job fair and all of that. Right now we have jobs in county clerk's office, environmental management, fire department, housing and human concerns. This department is amazing. It covers so much ground. Parks, personnel, planning, police, water supply, and public works. They're two different departments, but we put them together for sake of space, and then Department of Finance. But in order to get those skills, let's go here. So this middle area is for entrepreneurs and for anybody wanting to figure out where they want to go. So this is make my next move. I just love this thing. And then we'll go back to question and answers right after I'm done here. So I'm going to put in here, let's see, how about admin? So let's see what happens. Oh, okay, so it pops out a bunch of administration, right? So I'm going to say, let's go to office clerks general. So it takes you here. There's a little video. You can watch it if you want. This is what you need to know to do this job. These are the skills that you need to have to do this job. And these are the abilities that you need to have to do this job. This is the personality they're looking for, technology traits. And then over here, it only takes a high school diploma or associate's degree. And job outlook, new job opportunities are very likely in the future. So it looks like it's mid-range between 23,000 and 58. You can check out your state, you can check out other states, but this is really fun if you want to see what the pay grade is for what it is you do. So when you go back to your profile or your resume and you pop in what you want to get paid, you have done some research. So you can go here and choose any job, any sector, and look at all of these jobs, all these types of jobs. So it's up to date and it's really helpful. So let me go back to, I'm going to stop sharing. Whoops. Where am I? Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. I lost my little doohickey here. I always do that. All right. So I want to know if anybody has any questions. And if you don't have questions, if you want me to go over something live online with you. So please let me know if you have any questions. If you don't, that's okay. All right. So let me see what I have at the end of my It's the end of the show. So this is who I am, Nico Fisher. I am the project manager and I co-creator of this website. If you want me to include anything for you that you didn't see before, whether it's sectors, whether it is anything, just let me know. Give us a call. Give us an email and we'll get it right to you. Where would I go to view videos later when you post them? I'm going to be posting them. Let me show you. I'm going to stop sharing here and go back to my big board here. I will show you where to get those. I think I'm still in. Yeah. So we have a YouTube channel. And you can get to it by our home page. Actually, you can, oh, we don't have it on here. So let me go here. We're going to have it in the job fair. Actually, let me go back here. Sorry about that. We will have them. I don't think I have a place for them other than our YouTube channel. So where did I put that? I tell you, I've moved around so much. So I am going to have a YouTube channel in probably in this box down here, number 40. So I'm going to say, if you get to this, this schematic, just scroll down. The number 40 will be right here and it'll say YouTube channel. That's going to be the easiest way for me to get that to you right now. Or if you want me to email you the link to the YouTube channel directly, just make sure I have your name and email in the chat box. And then question, what are your thoughts about someone leaving a high level position, wanting a low level, different field job? I think that's terrific. So let me tell you right now, we all have, the past 2 years have been absolutely incredible. Incredible in that I can't believe how much we still got accomplished with everything not being, live and in person. And I was just so energized at trying to figure out how we can help. The beauty about what we went through is that everybody is reassessing themselves. And so right now, reassessment is totally okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. Someone might think, you know what, she has the skills for something greater. Let's bring her on the team. And if she wants to, grow again and do more, great. I think it's an asset that you have skills, but that you're looking for something for whatever reason is, it's totally okay. But now's the time to do that. Because we've readjusted everything that we do. And I think that's what's so awesome about, with all the horrible death and loss and, job loss and businesses closing, we've also had so much growth and so much potential for renewing who we are, what our prospects are now, where we want to go. I think it's totally okay. I love it. I think it's totally okay. You guys have been incredible. And I want to thank you for being with me today. And several of you were on, oh, thank you. Several of you were on, I see the links and all that, so I can get you, Lorianne, I see your stuff. So I'll make sure that I get those to you. I'll be working on those probably Thursday through the weekend. And so I should have them all up. But if you missed anything, we have had some incredible speakers. I just have had so much fun, and it's been I love helping out. It's just a blast. So anyway, you all have been a pleasure. I want to thank you for sticking with me. And I want to say best of luck to you, because the opportunities are there. We just need to go grab them. That's all we need to do. The big show is tomorrow at UH in the Paina building. There'll be, I think there are 35 tables altogether, 35 or 36, and 11 of those are departments, Maui County departments, and then the others are nonprofits. So it's just going to be an awesome day. Bring plenty of resumes. Just be ready to grab cards, write notes on the back of them. You know, just do the best you can. It's you know, life is good. So make sure that you're on top of everything. Thank you so much. Oh, yay. Thank you very much, Katie. And I'm going to talk to my partner about adding more sectors to that possibility. I think that's awesome. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I'll stop recording now.